Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray.
You like how I just slid in?
Yeah, Matt just slides in, much like how the beer just kind of slides in. Of course, shout out to A Light Divided. Of course, they are our official theme song right here for the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're coming in a little bit early here on YouTube Live, and actually our guest is coming into the room as well.
Fast.
Of course,
Nice
this
picture.
week has been absolute chaos here in Maryland with all these accidents.
Yes.
There was an accident that happened. What was it? The day before yesterday, there were two cars speeding down the highway. One hits the other. It barrel rolls, lands on top of three construction workers and hits three into the highway and kills all of them. It's insane the way it is.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, it seems like she's still trying to connect her audio a little bit. It says connecting to audio. Hello.
Connecting.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello. There she is.
How you doing?
Whew, man. It was a rough flight. It was not comfortable and made it to my hotel and just like needed to take a shower and get ready.
Right.
Where did you fly in from?
Vegas. Well, actually I had to do a stop at Chicago. And then it was weird. It was like they had like a bar place like right in front of my gate. And they're like, yeah, we serve breakfast, but we don't serve coffee. You got to go like down the way. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit
Coffee is like an essential part of breakfast. Like how
strange.
We're sorry, but
no, what was good was the minute I got to my hotel, I had a coffee with Bailey's because I was like, I deserve that.
Oh yeah.
Nice. That's good shit.
All right, here we are.
Sorry. But no, so anyways, we're right here on YouTube Live, and you're performing this weekend at
I'm performing tomorrow.
Awesome. Is it just tomorrow or is it tomorrow and Sunday?
Just tomorrow. I'm in town for the weekend though, because I fucking love New York. I don't know, like some people might not like it. I love it.
Yeah. One thing, all the times I've been to New York, one thing that I miss dire is the Toys R Us that was there. That was the coolest.
The FAO shorts.
Yeah.
So at the airport, so the first time I went to New York, they had the actual store.
Yeah.
And so they had like a little mini, wait, hold on. I'm trying to put that on my tripod. They had a little like mini FAO shorts in the airport. And I was like, what in the fuck? Sorry. I didn't mean to put you guys on a tour.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We have enough to drink. Sorry. That's how we're going to be seeing later anyways.
Great. Yeah. Lucky. I mean, I gotta go downstairs and get a shot of tequila at least. But I am, I'm going to do a collab with OnlyFans creator girl that happened to be in town. And then we're going to go out on the town.
Nice. What are some of your favorite places to go to when you're in New York?
Well, okay, so I know some cannabis speakeasies, so I'm going to those first. I'm going to my friend's Astor Club, so we're going to that. I love how New York is so pro like cannabis, so I'm all about that, and it's kind of like a sophisticated cannabis like vibe, other than LA. I'm originally from LA, so I always love LA, but it's not how New York is. Like I could go smoke a blunt in front of a cop and they're not going to fuck with me. But like LA, you know, they might have some time to press that. Jesus, I was just looking, there was a really cool like burlesque club that I want to check out. I always love Tao. That's a great place to like go eat. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm still like learning so much of New York, but I always kind of find myself in these adventures. I'm a findom, so that's a big.
Oh shit!
New York is like the big like time for that. So I have a couple bitches in line.
Oh shit! So you beat the shit out of people then? Like
I consensually beat the shit out of people.
What's the worst beating you've ever laid on to someone? Like, is there anything that pops off? Like, did someone sit there and go, "I want you to pay a belt," and then just beat me with it.
No, I've never. My style's a little different. I am a sensual dom. So I'm not as like sadist as some others. However, I have beaten a few in some day. Pegging is such a big request, but I'm like, I don't want to. I've pegged a few guys, and I'm like, I don't know. It is a very empowering power exchange, but it's not like something that I like only want to do. So now I kind of like make it difficult for them. Like they have to do levels until they could get that, just because for me personally, it's a little much. But on the other hand, like I'm such a pleaser, and I do understand that men have a G spot in there, and maybe they're trying, it's not anything homosexual and not even to bash homosexuals. I mean, we're all trying to like get that cum, right? We're trying to like get that experience, but.
So hold on. All right.
So now Matt's baked ass.
Sorry, I smoked the doobie before I came in, and
lucky. I fucking need to.
I've been following along, but
Matt didn't
got
come
my
to
attention.
Sorry, didn't mean to start off with that.
There's a G spot in the guy's buttholes.
In your asshole, yes.
How do I not know this?
You haven't stuck your fist quite far enough.
You've definitely not lingered in there if you're questioning that. Now you can have a girlfriend, lady, wife, whoever you're into linger in there for you. And I do, that's highly recommended. But yeah, like, I mean, I only know what a woman's G spot feels like, so I would say it's definitely
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It would be a similar thing along that lines.
Like when that happens, like do they come when that happens?
They come.
Oh shit! I feel like that's like a fire hose.
So like I don't want to be.
You need to put up cones and like.
But when you go, a woman's is. I'm not saying it's not easy or hard to find. I just know you get in there. And it's because it's only about an inch and a half or two in there, and and it's up a bit, and you can feel it. You know when you got in there, you can feel it.
You can feel.
Kind of feels like
the woman, you can feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that soft spot.
Were you like fingering your were you throwing your mouth with your finger? Like I don't understand.
No,
it feels like when I
happen like when you were growing up. Did you ever happen to like want to put your finger in there and just?
I mean,
oh yeah, for you mean in your mouth or in your
mouth?
In your butt.
I don't know. Like I have kind of went like before, like when I was growing up, just for no reason. I mean, like hit the punching bag.
I'm not going to say whether I did or I didn't put a finger in my butt, but I didn't feel anything that would feel like a woman's G spot. So I don't know.
Matt's like, I don't know.
You just have to, it's like gambling. You got to keep trying, and maybe,
and then eventually you win big.
Yeah. When it's really messy, that's how you hit the right button.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like if you eat a really messy burger or a really messy slice of pizza. It's a great burger, a great slice of pizza.
All over your face.
God,
yeah. Your ass is just dripping all over your face.
Yeah, and then you burp and you like give compliments to the chef or whatever. Yeah.
So I mean that one is pretty up there in the pretty gross. I just started, so I just did a cock and ball torture demo collab with a amazing dom where I always got those, but I'm kind of like as a dom I want to make sure that I know like the healthy procedures and where to like stay away from. But it was really cool because she taught me like a lot of different techniques to torture the balls. There isn't a one size fits all. So
what's your favorite ball torture, since you know so many?
I don't want to give it away, but it's definitely, I mean, I guess you would say a little similar to like a donkey kick.
Oh,
as I put a hint there, because I don't want to share that, because every time I talk about this stuff, guys will be in my DMs wanting sessions. So, as a dom, I don't want to like give away the jewels.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay,
start
all
talking
right,
about it,
okay.
you just hear a knock on your hotel room.
Yeah,
Yeah, just kick me in the dick.
Like a mule kick.
Like a mule
Holy
kick. Oh god, yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, like because like now I imagine like she just goes out, she like goes to her hands and she throws both of her feet up with like heels on, and it's just like a donkey kick, just like the both balls, like at the same time. Like, yeah.
I find it amazing that this other person you collaborated with.
Oh, Autumn Bodell.
Huh, okay. It's like, so like you're her Padawan. She's just
No, it's it's kind of like you connect with other DOMs, and what's really amazing is every DOM has different styles that they are. Maybe they're sadists, maybe they're masochists, maybe they're a little bit of hardcore, different limits. And it's a mutual respect, and so you could kind of collab and see if there's something they do that I don't do, or maybe I do something they don't do. So it's this really like refreshing way to like connect
like a
with
seminar, and you guys are just, mule kicking and pegging guys in the asshole.
Well, I
Check
mean, we
this
are
out. You
having
like what I just
it
did?
is kind of like a tea time. Like we're having a great time. Just meanwhile, there's a guy restrained to.
Please tell no.
Sipping tea.
Please, yes.
Guys.
Please.
So we're just laughing. There's like a cage. We could put him in there and forget that we
Please
lost
tell
him.
me you've done a scene where you guys are sitting down, dressed up, like, and we're like you were going doing tea party or some shit.
Victorian clothes.
Like
Sorry, clothes.
That is okay. That's definitely up my alley. I want to do that. Now I got connected to this dungeon in Vegas. Really fucking amazing people. House of X. If there's any like content creators or porn production companies who want to rent it, Brazzers books it, but it's very femdom. The aesthetic is very much, it's not just a dark black element. It has a little bit of color and a little bit of like a femme touch to it. So yeah, I want to do something like that. There's a really awesome cage that you could just like lock them in there and keep them on the edge.
That's pretty cool. Like I'm just thinking this sexy Victorian outfit. That's just
like
wow.
if you had an old Victorian outfit, like what color would it be? Because of course back in the Victorian days they didn't have like a lot of colors. It was mainly like like a burgundy color or a light blue.
I would definitely try to stay on the red side just because that's kind of my vibe. But I wouldn't mind like a Marie Antoinette type of thing if it's like a light pink or even like kind of not a like ivory with a little color on it. Actually Trashy Lingerie in LA where I got a lot of feature dancers get their stuff. A lot of Playboy Playmates shop there. They have Victorian outfits, and I was like when I was searching for my outfit, I was like,
you should.
Okay,
Do it and send the clip our way. We'll share it. Like definitely.
Yeah, totally.
Like you could sit there, like especially those long Victorian sleeves. You could do like the whole Sherlock Holmes thing, like
the wig.
But instead it's the pegging weapon that you're using that just
actually I do have Victorian handcuffs, and there is that type of play. It's fantasy, so it's like.
Right.
There's a lot of different things that guys are into. Pretty much anything guys have watched in a movie, they can definitely turn it into like a fantasy scene.
You know what you should do? You should have like a reenactment of like the Salem witch trials. Like tie the guy up to a stake and make him think he's gonna get like caught on fire and shit, and just fuck around with him.
I do like to play with candles and stuff, so I'm totally into that. That's a great idea.
Like I think it would be neat because listen, like it would be like a reverse because of like
reverse witch trial.
Instead of the witches, instead of the women getting burned.
Now
you said he has a mouse trap on his dick, like with a fire about to be started.
Y'all get together and you like purge these fucking males.
Like, you're gonna burn for how hard your dick is and how much you want to jerk off to us.
And you know what you should do? You should rent an old school B&B in Salem. And that would be cool because I've been to Salem and that place is fucking wild.
I have not. So bitches out there, pay pigs. You hear this? Let's find this.
That's awesome. I think that's really And then you should have a bed and breakfast afterwards, just because.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
Fucking mojitos and shit. Like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
You really took it hard last night, but you know.
Meanwhile, actually, the whole time there's a man in a cage.
They could make bread and you know, they're in little outfits.
Yeah.
I'm doing a collab right now with this amazing dom in San Fran. Her name is Mistress Colette. She's teaching BDSM, and we're doing a collab where, you know, I actually went through an intensive training, but like in real person, in real life, before the internet streaming happened after COVID. And so I'm taking it to potentially also be a teacher, but then it's also nice to like refreshen up your skills and and also pass the torch on to other ladies who want to get into domination. It's really fun.
Nice. That's good shit. That it sounds like you have a lot of
shit. A lot. Like, you know, I do a lot of work with cannabis, and I'm really I'm having amazing things happen because I'm really trying to combine the worlds of the adult industry with the cannabis industry and do it real like innovative, and also where, you know, it's done right. It's done where other performers, you know, other veteran performers or relevant performers that are new right now can integrate with it, you know, with the censorship on social media. It's only right that these two industries kind of combine, because there's so much pushback on social media, but yet we're doing something illegal. We're not doing anything illegal. Thirst trap should not, like, we should not, if a guy can send me a dick pic or unwarranted, I should be able to put my booty pictures out there for breakfast.
Well, Steve, here's the thing, and this is what we've learned, is that Facebook and Instagram will flag you instantly. Twitter is the Wild West. And that's where we've gotten a lot of our social footprint, is through Twitter, because Twitter gives no fucks.
And really Twitter and Reddit, they're kind of like the only ones.
Reddit's hard to figure out.
It's a
build
weird
karma and shit. Yeah.
I actually did really well. So when I did pregnant content, I didn't want to so I didn't post on social media my pregnant pictures, besides Twitter, because, you know, like my personal friends and stuff were on there as much, because I was just like, fuck it, like if I'm gonna do pregnant content, like just put it on Twitter. But Reddit, I did really well on, you know, finding these type of customers that want this, that isn't going to like where you need your social media. But it was a lot of energy, and now I just need to like get back into the mode. But man, there's so many rules on those little subreddits.
Yeah. Like it's crazy, because I had a hard time building karma, because I was like, I just want to share my shit. I just want to share stuff from the podcast.
Yeah, you have to like put it in Anchor or whatever the thing. Yeah. It's a lot. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not on all that Adderall to do that shit.
Yeah.
And Onyx, of course, our show goes all over the place. I'm not sure how much of our content scene.
I'm kind of a pirate, so I hope I can swear and talk about.
You can say whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not political. We don't give a shit.
No, please.
There's too much of that. That's why we stay away.
I don't step into that world. I keep my beliefs to myself and my opinions to myself in that department. Anything else, though?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because this show, like, I did pro wrestling 20 years. I called everything in the ring. I called everything on the fly. Yes. So that's how I do this show. You know, I'm like, you know, when we first started, it was very scripted. It was very a lot of notes, very this and that. And I was like, fuck this. I did what I did. If someone came back with a whole page, well, this is what I want our match to be. Fuck you. We're doing and we're calling it in the ring. Like, and that I started doing that with this, and it's more real because you're just kind of calling things as you come, and it makes us have to perform better because you don't know what's coming up next.
It's like if it's scripted and you got to think about it, and
that's
like
how we were first.
and it's not natural.
We
But that is fucking cool because I love like now I'm a big UFC fan because it's like that's like better than like the female drama that's out there because it's like it's all shit and then they'll beat their ass where I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I want to see. But yeah, I watched a doc on Vice, they were talking about, that WWE and also a lot of stuff in the wrestling world that I was like, yo, these were like the rock stars. These were rock stars before rock stars were.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially you get anything with like Ric Flair or whatever. But like with the whole calling it on the fly thing, like I do topics, but I forget to do some of the topics every so often. In the last 8 episodes, I've been trying to get into this. We do weird news articles. So one of them is, have you ever thought about what it would be like if you faked your own death? Like, have you ever sat there and thought, maybe I can fake my own death? Not to mention, if there was a lookalike that looked like you, and you were like, you know what? I could kill this lookalike and fake my own death.
I saw that article on that girl. No, like honestly, no. Just because I feel life is so great and so beautiful. Like if I fake my own death, why?
Yeah, like, and that's our first article. Is
and what was this like an insurance plan that she was going after, or like what the fuck was the motive? And why is she gonna kill some innocent girl?
Yeah, like it says, a 23-year-old German Iraqi woman sought out a lookalike on Instagram. So how does that work? Like, do you go to Instagram? Like, you ever see the show Catfish, and like would drop a photo into like Google search and like find the person like by their photo? Like, did she drop a photo of herself like on Instagram and go, I need to find someone who looks just like me? Like, what the fuck? Like, it says she murdered her friend.
That sounds like really fishy, and maybe there was some personal reason, but like, hell no. I mean, there's a lot of all this beauty stuff and style trends where almost anybody can look just like everybody, but it's like to kill. And you know what else? Like my dad went to jail and stuff when I was younger, and I just always was like, this place is awful. I would never want to do anything to get in there. So it's like I you see a lot of these like stories of like really big, maybe if it was like TikTok streamers or Twitch streamers, and then they like actually like kill somebody, if it's like an ex-lover or like another boyfriend of the lover. And it's like
recently happened, I think.
Like what? Like what's your long-term thought process? I'm gonna kill this person, but I'm still gonna do my Twitch.
Well, it was the one Instagram model. It was like some Instagram model, and she like killed her boyfriend or whatever or something.
The Courtney clip.
That shit.
I'm still following that because that is just one that puts other females who are on OnlyFans, that puts us in a wrong light, because as I was looking up that, it was all articles, all YouTube videos going to that. And it's like, whoa, hey, I gotta kill nobody. Like my other girlfriends, we ain't killing nobody. If anything, we're making them feel so good. They feel like they are in heaven because they just jerked it all out. But it's like, this whole killing thing is like, there's nothing good out of it.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, I've never sat there and woke up and went, I think I'm going to kill somebody today. Like, like, I don't understand where it comes from. But also, like, I was starting to talk a little bit about right before you came through, like, it's been a wild week here in Maryland. Like, they're like driving.
Oh, yeah.
Driving, for example. People don't know how to drive, especially in Maryland. We just had.
Okay, come to Vegas. People really don't know how to drive.
We just had an accident where 2 cars ran into each other. The one car hit the other car, and then went over a construction median, rolled, hit 6 construction workers. 3 of them flew over
Holy
onto the
shit.
opposite side of the highway, and 3 got stuck in the car or stuck under the car. All 6 construction workers died. And that was like 2 days ago. And then today, a tractor trailer hauling fuel flipped over and exploded and burned for like 4 hours. And I'm like, what the? And I'm a truck driver myself. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I think
is
it's just people
happening?
because I've even noticed this. Like I'm a mom now, but then also too, I've been in the accidents, I've gotten the tickets, I've gotten my license suspended. It's not worth it. I would rather not pay the state, the government, any of that money. But like, I think it's just a matter that people are just in such a rush, or they feel entitled on the road that they don't even care about the repercussions. I mean, I remember when I was driving with like this stripper, and she didn't really have her own car, but when she would go in somebody else's car, she's driving like a maniac until she got a car accident that was really bad. And it's like, it's not fun. It's not worth it either.
It's actually insane, that accident. Speaking of which, we're on YouTube Live.
That's terrible. You know, those construction workers go to work and
I mean, imagine like the person who did that, like their insurance, like obviously that like those 6 families are probably going to sue them.
No, 100%.
Have to pay for all the construction stuff. They're going to have to pay for all that damage. Like they're literally fucked. And like Jason, who's in our live feed, he said he heard about that today. He's in New Jersey, so like surrounding states, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Delaware, they're all reporting on that accident of how bad it is. And by the way, Jason also said he loves your outfit and you look amazing in it.
Oh, he likes my outfit right now. I wasn't sure to wear. I was like, should I be like super, super hoochie, or like, should I?
And then there's also someone in here that says Twitch Pure Void, and it said, "Yo, it's me, Tim."
I know who you.
So okay, so that's on you. Yeah. And
Well,
actually, Onyx, your outfit kind of looks like how we brought up the witch trial stuff. It looks like it's the kind of thing where like a man has a mousetrap on his dick, he's about to be set fire, and you're just sitting there, and you're the evil witch wearing that outfit, just getting ready to just
have my noose ready and the stack of the fire. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, Salem was wild. We went on Halloween night in Salem.
Salem? Where's Salem?
It's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's where like all the witch trials, all that shit happened.
Was the energy of like the area crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was completely crazy. Because like we went up there, and we went up there in 2021, right as we were coming off COVID. So you still had to wear masks inside the businesses, but outside you didn't. Meanwhile, there were like 10,000 people in the middle of like downtown.
Is it like a castle that you go into, or like is it like what?
No, it's a whole town. It's a whole town.
Oh my god.
The whole little town, and they have all the houses from the 1800s that were involved with like the witch trials, and you can go into like the Salem Witch Museum, and they tell the whole story of like
you guys are really bold for that.
So, but yeah, it was
the only thing they were missing was a fence. Got them up there.
I know. God damn it. I want to go to the next trip. Okay. We got to figure this out.
And have you ever, of course, you drank. So have you ever known anybody, or have you ever done a beer tap? You know what a beer tap is?
No, what is that?
All right, so pretty much, Matt, where's your other? I'm not going to do it. Where's your other bottle?
I know what it is.
You fucking asshole, don't you?
No, I'm not going to do it. So pretty much what it is like, let's say me and Matt are sitting together, and then like, let's say Matt, like, hold your beer, like you see it, like the amount that his has, like you just kind of sneak up, and then you just pop, you just hit the top with that, and then it explodes like an exploding penis all over your face, and you have to try to chug it down.
I mean,
and money shots out of there.
Yeah, and money shots.
I mean, you could certainly do it if you want to clean up the studio. That's fine, but because I'll drink it.
Definitely no. I have not met anybody who's done that.
Yeah, we used to do that years ago, and it's funny because I used to get so drunk to the point to where like I wouldn't even know like how hard I was hitting the bottle. And there were times where I've like shattered the neck of the bottle or knocked it out of somebody's hands
Oh yeah.
on the ground.
Who's
So,
the cleanup crew when you're doing this?
I mean, that's the thing, like
Just
the
the cleanup
sad, the sad guy that mops up the semen
Yeah.
shoots. He's there
Yes,
waiting to just
that's the
mop
guy.
up the
Like, these fuckers did the beer tap again.
yeah. So
Yeah.
now next time you're around a bunch of
I
people,
need some better friends that can do that.
just whoosh, and then it just foams and
Clean,
it's
yeah.
And then do the girls go
Yeah,
like
they just,
ready
they
to
just suck
explode
it all
up.
down.
there
Oh,
were
yeah.
some girls that I knew that they would just be like, okay, and they'd just be like that. And it'd be like, I mean, all right, like, and then they'd be
See,
like, well, you can't
that-
drink it off now, and it's
Well,
just
it's rude if you don't lick it off of them, you know.
And you didn't marry this girl? I mean, Jesus.
I
man.
know.
Heck,
What a team player. You know, she's taking one for the team. She's like, look, just lick it all up.
Just jump it on me, you know.
yeah, just pour it all over me, just lay it on me.
Like there's a
Especially she's at the bar. She's like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, I could take a shower later.
I mean, like that's the thing. It's like, how do you continue the rest of your night? Like, let's say you do that in a bar. Like, how do you go on with the rest of your night from that
Yeah.
point? Because you have moist boobs at that point. You're
I don't, you know what? I saw a very like disturbing OnlyFans video where a girl had a rapper guy pee on her at a strip club in the bathroom. And then so like, you know, hey, I'm all for water sports. If we're at home, we got the shower, like fuck yeah. But I'm like, ew, like at a club, like, and then she goes out and parties with, you know, continues to party. And I'm like, ew, she must smell gross. Like
that's not right. See, I don't want to say the C word because we'll get banned, but that's exactly why COVID was spreading. But
yeah.
or anything
yeah.
for that matter.
Or it was the thing I ran
You
into a
can't
lot
get
of people.
peed on and then do your routine or hey, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta wash up, bro.
Yeah, I mean
Wow.
that's the kind of thing that it's like,
It's a time and a place.
You have her number though. I'm kidding.
and of course, Onyx,
I
you
do have a friend who knows her, so I'm sure there's the connection.
were just mentioned on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was literally like a couple of
Well,
days ago.
New York, right? That
Yeah.
takes-
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can contact him and he can bring you up and you can tell him like the reason why you showed up on Jimmy Kimmel Live was because he was showing people who support Joe Exotic.
Who was endorsing
Well,
him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how I got connected through Joe Exotic is I did DJ Who Kids radio show that's on Sirius XM Shade 45, the M&M station.
Okay.
And I have great friends there, producers, and they asked me and my girlfriend to do this banana show because I was gonna buy this banana page, and it was called Women Eating Bananas, and the guy kind of fucked me over, but I totally plugged him. I got Snoop Dogg and Joe Exotic to repost it, and so then Joe Exotic, it's not him necessarily because he is in prison.
Yeah. So it's someone running his
Somebody who's managing his page, but does have direct contact. And so then they loved like the show. And I was like, well, hey, send me some merch and I'll make some content out of it. I do have his shirts. I'm going to try and make some content for him.
we will send you one as well. I try to send one.
Yeah.
So,
And so anyways, so he hits me up on Twitter. I hadn't really heard from him in a while. And he was like, hey, can I and didn't tell me nothing about the Jimmy Kimmel show. He was just like, hey, can I put your picture on my website as an endorsement for my presidential campaign? And I was like, whoa, you know, because it's like politics. I don't want to get involved in that. But then also it's kind of funny because it's like, let's get the real Joe in there, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like here's some pictures to choose from. And then so when they announced it, I'm at work, I'm at the strip club, I'm just like getting ready, and one of my fans sent me the link, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize that he was gonna do that. And so it was really cool. My publicist went crazy with it. He was like, oh my God. He's like, we're on Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, it's funny because as we talked about, we don't really do politics. However, this is hilarious. Like, it's Joe Exotic. Everybody knows.
Funny. It's like it's like, okay, somehow Joe Biden got in there, which we're seeing that whole fucking
Joe Exotic wins the presidency.
In
prison.
Yes.
Like, does he pardon himself?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Right.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck if he's literally in prison saying fuck Carol Baskin and
like, as much of a circus act that the president stuff is anyway.
Do you understand? Right.
Sense. It's
understand
written.
And I think so many of the American people, or at least the common folk, they're gonna be like, fuck yeah, that means if I'm in jail, I'm just gonna run for president, so I'll get my fucking ass out of there.
Because that's what we do, right? When because we voted this past, I think, November to legalize marijuana.
Yes.
And it was like a landslide. It was fucking 86%. So it's normal people are just I'm thinking, I don't, like I said, we don't normally get into politics, but Joe Biden and Trump, but Joe Exotic, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He would be
imagine that inauguration
King,
would go crazy.
Remember, the Tiger King was the first thing that happened during COVID. So we were trapped in. Yeah. We all saw it. We all were like, this is fucking crazy. And you gotta respect Joe. Joe's got these cute little boys,
imagine his inauguration party. All men laying around with tigers and all that. God. And then at the end, he just shoots 6 tigers, and we're like, whoa, Joe, no, stop.
Fuck, and he has this vendetta on Carol Baskin. And
Did you hear that? They found her husband?
The guy, right? Yeah.
Or some shit. What the fuck?
I don't know. I still feel, I'm like, is this really the guy?
It's look alike. It's his doppelganger.
Maybe because she said she had a lot of death threats. So maybe she's like, all right, she's like, look, we got to have a story where somebody's coming forward, because I can't do my business with these death threats. Meanwhile, she's planning for the current husband to get eaten. She's like, I'm ready to move on. She's like, we gotta.
What if he runs for presidency, wins, and then she just shows up out of nowhere?
Oh yeah, she assassinates.
What if she runs for president?
Oh right. Yeah,
a secret contender. They're like, what?
And Hillary Clinton, but it's Joe and Carol Baskin.
Right.
He wins, and she's up on top of a building with a sniper rifle with her little eye clip, and then she's like, all right, Joe, all you need to do is just move a little bit this way. Oh shit, that was a tiger.
What's funny is every time, just because I know him, or I know the team and whatever, I'll post something just because it's fucking hilarious, and I get people in my DMs are like, how could you support this guy? He is harmful to animals, and I'm not down with the animals getting hurt and shit. That is really terrible, but I love a good laugh. And
see, here's the thing. We had a guest on 3 weeks ago, and her name Brianna Diamond. We had her on, and we did a story where we pretty much talked about a monkey that went into space. And we're making all these fun jokes, hey, the thing that goes around really fast when
alone, or was there somebody there to help the monkey?
No, he was there, but he was the first chimp in space. Before we went, they sent him. And he got really upset about that.
Real dog on.
and apparently we also did a story of a bride who died, and then they had her sister take the spot in India or something. And so we were well, there's a lot of India has a lot of different, they do arranged marriages and all that.
Yeah, they're still doing the forced marriages.
Yeah. And I guess she took it all the wrong way, and we're just we're making jokes, but also we told you first, it's like this over in that country. She just left out. We were just kind of
it's factual stuff.
Like,
some people just take stuff a little too far. Like I love hanging out with like comedians and stuff. So it's like and also like I kind of feel like I have like the spirit of Chris Farley in me, but I'm just in this frame. Maybe I'm a reincarnation of him.
Maybe
now you need to go jump through a coffee table just because you see.
Yeah, I need to do the Batman in a little jacket.
Yes,
we have a couple of local
Batman little
friends.
I love like stand up. Joey Diaz is a great friend of mine. I went on his show and there's a few. Licia, he's actually doing I think tonight he's doing a stand up out here. And I mean, you gotta laugh. Like laughing is the best medicine.
Hell yeah.
Our buddies, they have a podcast called the Laugh Finder podcast, and it's all these comedians together. Maybe I'll talk to them, and if you're available, you can do that
I have a girlfriend, Ainsley. She's crossing over into comedy. There's a lot of different, but it's like, you know what? This is what I heard about, because I was like, oh man, like I wish I got some funny ass like stripper stories to talk about, but I know in the comedy world, it's kind of, the other guys don't like it when like hot girls get into the comedy and they kind of use their stripper adult industry type of stories because it's like their way of getting ahead. But I'm like, I'm like,
you have stories.
Do you realize I got funny fucking stories?
Yeah. Like it's
a guy, like, have you ever had your armpit worshipped? That was quite an experience for me. I was like, whoa.
Just imagine that. There's a man out there who's, jerked.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because at first it was like, and it's just, I don't know, maybe like other girls have these experiences, but I don't know why. It's like every time I'm like just trying to do my thing, I'm just like trying to be normal, and some guy comes and he's like tells me something weird, like he wants my socks. He wants to worship my shoes. He wants my leggings, like some boob sweat. I don't know, man. It's just like, and I just like
with that one thread that's hanging off your panties right there.
Yeah. And the hustler in me is like, yeah, fucking it. Like, but then also I kind of like in the back of my head, I'm kind of like, wow, like this man works, makes his money and wants that. That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh man. And speaking of crazy stories like that, we're going to get into another one of our crazy news articles. And this one is a man tosses his penis out of a car window during a police chase. And it says in quotations, he opened his door, he was naked and covered in blood, and then he shut his door and kept driving. Says a Tennessee man allegedly flung his own severed penis out of his car window during a police chase last week.
Was he a doctor or something? Like, did he numb himself before he?
No. It said voices on the radio told him to do it in order to save the world. Oh, this guy's fucking on something.
What was he on? I do not want that stuff.
Tyson Gilbert
told him that, and maybe he took it the wrong way. But hey, word power. That's one less penis we have to worry about in this world.
He had parked his car partially blocking the highway when police first approached him in Dowelltown. After the cops hit their lights to pull him over, he took off. The chase involved multiple police departments and 2 branches of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, according to Newsweek. Matt's reading ahead. At some point during the chase, he ditched his own dick out the window of his Honda Accord like a banana on a Mario Kart track.
I just... in these type of scenarios, it's like, what kind of drugs were these people on? Yeah, you can't be a normal person. It's like, that's it. I'm fucking cutting this off. Yeah. Oh shit. Gotta toss it out,
Like, I mean, before you throw it out the window, you like just shake it aggressively and then just throw it. Like you're trying to like just charge it up and then you just.
No,
I think it was a hand grenade. Like,
is it like hard, solid in a boner, or is it like a mush?
Right.
like
You got to think it's probably like one of those like 80, 90 like car chase like
Yeah.
videos where it's all
Grand Theft Auto.
tosses it out the fucking window and it hits the deputy. You got to get out there and wipe that off the windshield. I can't see.
Max the windshield, they swerve all over the highway.
After COVID has been a lot of like real life Grand Theft Autos.
There's been some shit going on.
There's been some shit going on where I'm like, okay, the video games are getting a little much.
Yeah.
Imagine that you're driving down the road. You have your windows open, you're rocking out, you're just going, and you just happen to look over. And there's just a dick on your
A
seat.
dick just fucking goes on my
This guy tossing that dick out there. Like, what the fuck?
Imagine that dick just lands. And hopefully it's like the most.
And then
like,
it fucking like hits a goddamn pothole.
Oh, he had a pot.
It whirls off the road, hits
I'll be
workers.
like, damn it, Mercury retrograde is is happening again.
No, not again. This is the third dick this week.
I know. God,
Jesus.
All these dicks, and finally a dickhead just actually.
They're gonna have to like make a chart. You know how it's got like the alcohol people that like been pulled over for like this and shit. Like, alcohol.
I just want to know, like, did he iodine, like, put the iodine or whatever, the numbing shit on him, or he just was like.
Hold on.
But he's also driving too. Like the concentration.
Yeah, like police deploy
and having like sirens in the back. I would have like that would be so much anxiety for me.
Yeah,
right.
Police deployed 2 sets of tire spikes to try to stop him, but he drove through both and kept going, eventually running on just rims. The total chase lasted for nearly 30 miles.
I'm sure there was a process because it wasn't just a one slice and all, you know, he has to get through the veins and all that.
I mean, he'll say, what if he has like those? What are those like little fucking things you cut like tree branches with? What if it's like
a
pair of
lopper?
snips,
Like
snips? Like what if he has like snips and he's just like that? Like I don't know, like get his wife. Yeah, wow. He has a chainsaw in the car.
He's like, I've been trimming this weed all fucking. It's time I use it on my dick.
Yeah,
I'm not worthy.
Yeah, like I mean, do you fuck with the cops and just suck the dick at that point? Like you have it off, it's bloody, and the cops are just like
I'm done with this. Give me another one.
Imagine that police cam footage. Like that's what I want to watch.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. If you get the body cam.
Could you imagine like the car insurances now, like the crazy rates would go up?
Oh yeah,
the hearing about this, like Geico's coming out,
the dick flying out the window.
I think the cops that helped Lorena Bobbitt,
yes,
you know that situation. I'm sure they could consult for this.
Yeah, they radioed him. They're like, "Hey, Bobbitt cop, we need you."
They're like, "Hey, you're gonna need to look in the grass. It may look like a carrot, but it ain't."
What's funny is about a month or so ago, we did an article where someone found a severed dick in the grass behind a gas station. I was like, I wonder if this is the prequel.
We should look that up.
We gotta look that up. Fashion trend because this is dangerous.
Like, are there people out there just cutting their dicks off? Like, I mean, are
they incels? Are these?
Yeah, shit's getting wild, man.
I've had. Yeah. Jesus.
They're not gonna get if this dick isn't getting sucked, it's never gonna get sucked.
You give somebody a lap dance and you don't feel anything, and then they just go, "I don't have a dick." And you're like, "What?" And they're like, "I cut it off yesterday." And you're just like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, no.
You're like, my G-spot's in my throat. Like Linda Lovelace. She's not the only one.
Well. That's crazy.
Oh,
one thing's for sure, Farmers Insurance will cover it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are farmers.
And Onyx, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break. We're going to show a couple of ads, and then we're going to come back and get into our games, which is always
awesome.
Still have a little bit of time to hang out?
A lot of time.
All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick break just in case you want to grab a drink, use the restroom, whatever, and we will be back right here live on Happy Hour Podcast on YouTube Live.
How much time do I got?
Probably about 4 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, no worries.
All
I'll get a drink.
Okay.
I'm trying to get an alcoholic drink, but I'll get it downstairs.
All right, cool. We'll be right back in one second.
No problem.
Hi, this is Alana Evans, and you're listening to the Happy Hour podcast.
Make sure you check out our friends located over at Hysteria Brewing Company. They are at 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. Make sure you pop out, say hey to Ty, and try their featured brew, Trash Panda, along with all the other crafted brews they have. And once again, that's Hysteria Brewing Company, 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. See you guys there.
I just need a little more money. Yes, I told you my luck was going to change. All you do is tell Crystal what you want.
This is amazing.
Welcome to the Crystal House!
Hi.
Come on, bring it in. It's like I'm in a fucking Stanley Kubrick movie. No!
Here I go, here I go, here I go now. Blast off, about to leave the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm gone. But don't blink, you might miss it. Mode set to launch. Higher, 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 higher. Cooking up smoke and spitting fire. Say what you will, call me a liar. Don't believe me, look in my eye. Better suit up for a showdown. Give me that kingdom, hand me my crown. This is my time, I've waited long enough. I'm taking my moment, don't matter how it was. No regrets, no matter how hard it gets. I'm going for greatness.
In a world full of hunger and thirst, one restaurant will attempt to satisfy these cravings forever. Meet our hero, the cheeseburger, and his salty partner, crab dip tater tots. Together, with local craft beer, they take the fight to hunger. With a special appearance by Cupcake Milkshake, they... Vagabond Sandwich Company. Better making food than making commercials.
Hey, this is John Blaze from Scarecrow, and you're watching Happy Hour Podcast. Rock on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour Podcast. Of course, we're right here on YouTube Live. Of course, big shout out to Vagabond Sandwich Company. We are going to be there tomorrow live at 1:00 p.m.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, come check it out. Of course, it's going to be myself, aka Chase Rawlings. I will be hosting our local Maryland Legends Wrestling Roundtable live from Vagabond Sandwich Company. So we'll be there. It's going to be myself, Bobby Starr, Ruckus, and Chad Austin, all of which have been in WWE, WCW, and very known here in the state of Maryland. So come check that out. And what we're going to do real quick before we hop into our games, we're going to get into our featured beers.
Oh, yes.
So, of course, we're finishing up from last week. At least I finished up the Copper Can Moscow Mule, which is 6-time distilled house-made fresh squeezed vodka ginger beer with lime juice. And it has, what the hell did this have? Was it 10% alcohol by volume? Like, this thing put us on our ass. Yeah, 10%. It's 3 shots in 1 can. So
Yes.
this thing
Strong.
put a hurting on us last week. And then our new featured beer is Big Wave Golden Ale. So it is from Hawaii.
Yeah,
So
it's cool. It looks like
and,
a little like Moana chick
all
just
the caps
chilling
have
right there.
cool little Hawaiian like little quotes inside of them as well. So make sure you go
Mine
and
said
pick
something about the last one I pulled off said Panene party. So
and they
And name
yeah.
party.
That's where I
I
wanna
got
go.
some of that beer. That sounds good. Even that food looked really good.
Yeah, Matt
I
was
said
like,
the
"What are you
same
doing,
thing.
Ray?" He's like, "I'm horny now. I'm hungry."
Food porn is really a thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And what we're going to get into our Ode to Humanity segment, which features our games. So our first game is Never Have I Ever. So we read random cards out of the box, and we're going to basically read off the card. And if you've done it, you take a drink or you raise your hand. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, you don't have to worry about it. So, Matt, what is the first one?
First one is had penis envy.
Never have I ever had penis envy.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever
I'm gonna drink to that.
had penis.
You know what? I will. I'm not like self-conscious or anything. I think I'm pretty nice.
I think all penises matter.
Yeah, I love that.
Penis
Look,
lives matter.
That is now going to be Joe Exotic's like political
Yes.
fucking movement right there. Right
You know,
there.
it doesn't matter what size, like I'm not a big time size queen, but you know, they all function the same.
Right. I mean, but penis envy, I've seen. I'm like, damn, that's a
Yeah.
pretty
And
good
actually
dick.
healthy that they do need to ejaculate. So
Penises matter, even the
Penises
severed
matter.
ones.
Even
So
even the severed penis.
ones that you left down the side of the road, sure.
We could
Yeah,
have
the
a
ones that-
GoFundMe page set up.
the ones that some junkie in Baltimore City finds and thinks that it's a drinking straw. What is it?
Jesus
What's it
Christ.
called? A glizzy? Like when
Oh
they
my
use a hot dog, they think it's a
Imagine,
hot
like,
dog.
what that search party is like. Like, what's that team? Okay, guys. We're looking. You gotta look hard and long. This guy needs it. We need to put it back on him.
Yeah.
We're gonna do kind of like a Lorena or what is that guy's name? The actual Bobbitt guy.
John Wayne Bobbitt, I think.
John Wayne.
I just realized that it's
Robert Bobbitt
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like God. It's like, you know.
But Ray, hold on for 1 second before we move on to that. People use like straws as hot dog straws. Like
no
I've never-
people. You've never heard of it? Have you heard of a glizzy?
No. What's
So
that?
pretty much what people are doing is they take a hot dog, a raw hot dog,
raw
and they
hot dog.
hollow it out and they put it in like a drink, like let's say like gin and juice or something like that, and they drink through the hot dog. They did it on the 98 Rock Morning Show a couple of months ago. That's how I know about it. But this is something that like the young people create, and it's a raw
Too
hot
much
dog.
dick.
Like, yeah,
Sounds
That's when you're like, you know.
yeah, a hollowed out hot dog.
okay.
That's like moving on. now.
Moving on. I mean, like I'm a stoner eating
That makes
even
me want
that.
to go eat a normal hot dog.
But even that sounds wacky, like
Yeah.
to me. You know, I'm stoned.
Like, are you doing it like do you kind of like slip your tongue into the hot dog at some point? Like, are you just like,
I think you're thinking too much. into it.
Swallow it whole.
You're trying to find the G spot, aren't you? I know what you're doing. You sick
That's,
bastard.
that's the G spot prep.
yeah, put your fingers deep into the hot dog again?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next card is never have I ever called in sick because I was hungover. Well, geez, that's a. I mean, I.
You know, 90%. I'm going to drink to that, but 90% of the time, I just went to work drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like money, so I'm like, fuck it. I have this thing because I've gone to like raves and I've gone like the next day to work. Is
Yeah.
what would a rock star do?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. But when you say work, of course, you know, Onyx, like you do porn, you do, you know, the dancing. You know, me, I did pro wrestling. It's like, what's considered work at that point? Because
I know.
we're drunk. Like that's our main thing was going and wrestling so we could get out of the show as
Well-
quick as we can and go to the strip club.
Well, and especially with stripping, like my job is kind of on the lines to get drunk. You know, mainly I want to get that guy drunk, but I'm still doing like alcohol sales, so
Yeah.
I got a little tipsy, so that's okay.
Yeah.
But also, fortunately for you, your gimmick, I think, was you drink a lot.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So-
My gimmick was there for
You
a
were-
while was Mr. Happy Hour, which makes
Ah,
the Happy Hour podcast. Which so
It's all about marketing, baby. Anyway.
all about and branding.
All right. So next card is never have I ever deleted text messages so my significant other wouldn't see who I was talking to. I'm not drinking that one because if she's
I'm not
watching, she's gonna
drinking
kill me. No.
I have done it with some of the shit we've talked about because
Oh,
like some of the shit that we pass around in our thread with me, you,
Yeah.
Billy.
We've
Mike,
talked about some
like,
wild shit.
That's,
Yeah.
that's how I feel when I talk to my girlfriends, my other porn girlfriends, and
Yeah.
we're like, oh yeah, like we should.
Yeah, so I'll drink because then it's like
That's
what are you guys laughing at? What's so funny? Like, hey, let me tell you.
you don't need to see this guy throwing
right.
a dick out of his car.
Right. Like I would tell her, like, yeah, who I'm talking to, and she's like, oh my god, okay, never mind.
Never mind now.
Never mind. I don't want to know what you guys are talking about.
All right. So our next game is Incoherent. So this game is a staple of this show. We actually people either do really, really good at it or they do really, really bad at it. And every year last year we did our very first HH Pod Rumble, which was themed off of WWE's Royal Rumble. We brought back 30 former guests and we played this game in an elimination style tournament, and we sent the winner a custom championship belt. That returns June 9th.
Right now.
That returns June 9th right
And-
here on YouTube live at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. So we are still
and I'm
filling a lot of the
telling you,
slots.
I'm telling you right now, the slots are filling up. And I think we're going to have our first woman's champion.
I think so.
There's a lot
We
of
have a
women.
lot of heavy hitters.
Yes.
Of course, Johnny Goodluck won last year. Johnny Goodluck was the winner last year.
Okay.
And
we-
he is playing again, so he's defending his
so
title.
He will be the reigning
Has a
defending.
female won yet or no?
What's that?
Has a female won yet?
No, we've only done one. This will be our
Oh,
second
okay,
one
okay.
this year.
All right.
So, Onyx, what it's going to be, we're going to show a bunch of cards in drunken lingo. You need to sound them out and figure out what they say. There are hints on the back of the cards.
I have a toddler, so maybe I could.
All right. So the first one is this. What do you think that says?
That one's easy.
Sometimes if you sound it out and kind of sound it out saying it fast, you'll kind of like we'll hear you say it.
And there are hints if you need a hint.
Oh no.
One of the hints,
The halls.
one of the hints is sexual pain.
So this is your expertise.
Oh,
You should know this.
ball, busting balls or
What you have the last word, which is balls,
balls. Yeah, it definitely has to be a balls, but
and then the second hint is when you finally make it to first base, but their Uber just arrived.
oh, blue balls.
Yes.
I was
Ah,
about to say,
Awesome.
given your expertise,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
but lube.
What do you think this one says?
Read no bigger now.
Eight's up here.
She said it without saying.
Ate some beer. No, ate some. Ear.
One of the hints is double D's.
These eight's up here.
Hmm.
Ate some here.
And then the second one is when she catches you staring.
It's up here.
Oh, you have up in here.
Eight up here. Hold on.
Say it like act like you're saying it drunk. Like, hey, that's
It's up here.
No. What would you say? What would you say to a person? You have double D's, and it's when you catch them staring. Or are you going to tap out?
What do you use when you're staring?
My fingers.
You
It's
should-
up here. Ain't up here. No.
What do you do with your fingers when you're telling them up here? You take your fingers and what do you?
What are they using to look at you?
Their eyes. Eyes up here.
Yes.
Bingo! Hard because I'm like, what is 8? Like,
Yeah, that one was a little weird.
And for some reason, this one ended up really small. Can you make that out, or I can always hold the card up too?
day of ship hail.
Damn shit pail.
Dave shit pail. Something I hope you haven't made someone do.
Yeah.
Shit in a pail. Shit in a pail, you son of a bitch.
All right. So this actually goes back to
I know there's shit in this.
one of the hints is stand up. We were just talking about comedians and stand up.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
You got
There
that
you
one.
go.
Love Chappelle.
Hell yeah.
I thought
Awesome.
it was shit though. I thought there was a shit in there.
No. Unfortunately, no
Yeah.
shit is involved in this
I was like, hold on. I was like, there's got to be like a shit pail, like a pail of shit.
one. Shit in a pail.
So Onyx, maybe if you're available on June 9th, 6-9, because we have a lot of adult film stars on this show,
Okay.
you can come back for the HH Pod Rumble, which means that
I will totally be honored if I can come back, and I will use all my knowledge to try and win this for the ladies.
awesome. And what we'll do is we'll reveal right now that there are 2 saviors to save you from the Royal Rumble, the HH Pod Rumble. One of which is the hot tag, which we had last year, which means that if you don't know the answer, you can hot tag it to somebody else that's currently in,
Okay.
or one of us to help you out.
Kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like get a lifeline.
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
and that
yeah.
saves you. And then there's also the Kofi Kingston, who is well known for doing these amazing acrobatic things, from saving himself from elimination in the Royal Rumble. So that automatically saves you. But once those are gone, people need to use those wisely. Once those are gone, then that's it. But what we're going to do is we're going to
That's fine.
actually debut a new game. So we have a new game. I actually just bought a game
Okay.
over the last week. It is called Extreme Personal Questions. So
Cool.
there's 2 questions on this card.
How personal.
We're going to give you a choice of 1 or 2 of
Okay.
which question you want. You don't know what question it is.
All right.
You have to choose one of us randomly to answer the second question.
Okay.
So do you want 1 or 2?
2.
All right, so 2. All right, so 2 is, if you could change one thing about your genitals, what would it be?
I don't know. I kind of like my genitals, but you know what I would change? I wish I permanently got rid of hair.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
Yes.
fair. All right, so for the second question, you now have to choose one of us to answer the second question.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guy in the red shirt.
Matt.
Matt.
All right, so
Okay.
Matt.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Terrible with names, but yes, we're here. We're here. Okay, you're gonna answer the second question.
All right, so Matt, what is the
Okay.
worst tattoo you could imagine having on your butt?
Yeah.
I know the answer.
Of answers that could go into that.
I'm just saying, like, maybe either your ex-girlfriend or your mom or something like that. Tattoo.
Mom.
Yeah. Hey.
Matt, have you been here any of the episodes where I told the story? And Onyx, you haven't heard this, so I'll tell it again. There was a story where we went to a strip club, and there was a guy there who randomly said he tattooed. And mind you, we're all drunk. So our one friend goes, I want to get a tattoo.
It wasn't me, obviously.
Yeah. No. And so
He's like, I wasn't there.
my other buddy was in the Marines, and he's like, okay, I'll pay for it. But you're going to get whatever I want, wherever I want.
Uh-oh.
Deal. So what he did is, mind you, we're in a strip club. So he's bent over a pool table, getting a tattoo on his ass. And I see my buddy with a shit-eating grin, and I keep on looking at his ass, looking at my buddy, looking at his ass, looking at my buddy. He's tattooing my friend's face on his ass.
Yes.
And that is a tattoo that he had. He even went to jail on drug charges with a man's face tattooed on his ass, but he also had dice tattooed on his balls.
Did you show the friend?
Oh, he knew what was good. We told him afterwards. We're like,
okay.
We're like, dude, Bobby's ass is totally...
that's gotta be pretty crazy. Like,
we were thinking about doing Mount Ashmore, like having the rest of our faces put on there, but it ended up not happening. So
you gotta have a big ass for that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Or maybe it's like, part butt cheek, part butt cheek.
Yeah. So that is our
awesome.
new game. We're going to be doing this every week now. It's extreme personal questions. So of course,
I was a little scared, but I'm good.
This is Ode to Humanity. So
Okay.
in this segment with Cards Against Humanity. Have you played Cards Against Humanity?
A little bit,
Okay. So you kind of understand the theme. So we can't have cards in front of you.
Sure.
So we do Cards Against Humanity roulette. So kind of like what you did with this card, you're going to do with these. We're going to read off the face card, and then you're going to have a number that you're going to randomly choose to randomly answer that card. So the first one is blank. That's how I want to die. So now number 1 through 6, we're going to spin the roulette into the gun. What number do you want for that?
1 through 6. I'm gonna go with 4.
4. All right. So Pretty Princess dress up board game. That's how I want to die. So are you satisfied with that? You get 2 rebuttals. You can choose another number if you want, or you can hold.
Let's try 2.
2. All right. All right. So number 2, golden showers.
Oh God.
How I want to die. So do you want to hold with golden showers, or do you want to use your last rebuttal?
I'm gonna use my last rebuttal.
Right.
Imagine.
We just talked about this.
Could you imagine getting waterboarded by someone who's just urinating?
You strangle to death.
And then you go to hell.
Yeah.
And then Satan's all like, yeah, buddy, I'm sorry.
Like, that's what it's like.
All right. So what number do you want now?
Let's try 3.
3. All right. So 3.
This was
So subduing a grizzly bear and making her your wife. That's how I want to die. So that is the card that you end up with.
Damn.
All the others.
It's not too bad.
So
I mean,
Not too bad. I do like that better than being peed on. So
right.
Those 3 will now
That-
go into next week.
That is how Cocaine Bear should end.
Yeah.
yeah, I just learned about cocaine bear. It's so funny.
Yeah.
My friend who has a business out in Vegas, he has the taxidermy cocaine bear, and
Really?
Shit.
he put a fucking Raiders jersey over it because he has this really cool furniture store. He's actually
Let's go bear.
he's
Yeah.
one of my furniture sponsors, and this guy is like super like good businessman, family owned business. And then when I learned about it, I was like, you would fucking put a Raiders fucking jersey over.
Awesome though.
Yeah,
I love
we haven't seen the movie yet, but we did cover that.
I need to watch the movie because I didn't. And they told me there was a movie on it. I'm like, what?
I
It looks
heard the
pretty
movie.
insane.
I heard the movie. Like everybody went into it thinking it was horrible, but everybody came out saying it was one of the best movies they've ever seen. It has some of the most hilarious deaths they've ever seen in a movie. So I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just interested to see like all the like directed DVD spin-offs they do on that, like Meth Giraffe or something like that.
Do our own spin-offs. Like I see social media, like reels content. Like if Cocaine Bear was alive today and
Yeah.
he's like at the strip club.
Yeah.
If Cocaine Bear ran for president right now, I would vote for him.
Well, you remember like
Cocaine Bear would probably be
Cocaine Bear versus
Yeah.
Joe Exotic.
It's 2024, guys.
No,
Make it happen.
Cocaine Bear and Suge Bear. You remember we
Suge
did
Bear.
that? We fell down a rabbit hole in one of the episodes where we were talking about the cereal box killer characters, and we were like, Sugar Bear from Golden Crisp will be like Suge Knight. He will be Suge Bear. He will be and
Slap the fuck out of Cocaine Bear.
yeah. He would slap the shit out of people and
Hopefully
be like
he
the
doesn't
drug-
run them over. Yeah.
So we're gonna do another one of Cards Against Humanity. This one has two answers. So you're gonna draw two numbers.
Okay.
So this one is step 1, blank. Step 2, blank. Step 3, profit. So 2 numbers, 1 through 8.
7.
All right. So 7.
7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I got to
All right.
count.
So now another number.
1.
1. All right. So step 1, nothing. Step 2, the ghost of Marlon Brando. Step 3, profit. Are you satisfied with those, or do you want to change one or both of them?
Oh,
Like that, I'm feeling it.
All you need is Ghost of Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, profit. Yes.
Like nothing.
I will smoke to that. And you know what? Hey, if Cocaine
Yeah.
Bear is with me,
And there were some really wild cards in this as well.
I bet.
Yeah. All right. So that's our Ode to Humanity segment. What we're going to do real quick is we're going to transition into another segment that we do called How Did We Get Here?
Oh, God.
Some of these have been really wild.
You know what? I have the same questions.
So some of the other ones, we showed really horrible injuries. One was a guy who shot an arrow through his hand. One was a guy who was missing part of his hand. Someone being electrocuted, all that stuff. And we show these images, and then you need to tell us how we got here, how this happened. So they haven't been as bad recently.
Okay.
Part of me feels bad because people come into this unsuspectingly. So this is what this week is going to be.
Oh,
so
good. That doesn't look too
here's
bad.
this week, and how did we get here?
Oh God. Had to be some type of burning incident. The way that his hand's peeling, I'm gonna say.
Like, I don't know, like, because I look up like random stuff.
Or he must have hung out in the sauna for too long.
Yes. I feel like he was jerking off in the sauna
Oh,
way too long.
Mm.
And like, that's the thing, like he was kind of like this. So like his thumb was kind of just grazing the head. And that's
yeah,
why.
his thumb, like he
Open?
totally like open sword that. Like
Yeah. Or
I
maybe,
gotta admire the technique he was probably using, though.
like
in-
what's
in the-
what's up with like
Oh,
all the
it's freaking out.
scientific like test strips right here? Like the things that you like dip into, like,
was he like trying to find out if he had COVID?
yeah, like what, what's up with those right there? And it looks like there's like maybe a bag of chips here. Like at that point, like, can you fit your Shrek hand into that bag if you're trying to eat chips? Like, you know, like
is it or like McDonald's? Like
I don't-
fries?
well,
Maybe
like,
they were too hot and he burnt
that
himself.
that little mark right there can like kind of be like a little like
That's
chip holder.
crazy.
Like that, like he can put it in his thumb and like just
Yeah,
kind of.
that looks a burn.
bite into
That
it.
Looks like that's like a lesion burn.
That is
Onyx is like,
Yeah.
how did I get here? Like what?
how did I get here? Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
I'm like, what did that guy do so I could avoid that?
Yeah. Whatever he did, I want to avoid that. I don't want
Yeah.
that to happen to me.
I don't think like if my nail guy did that to my hand, I'll be like, yo, we need to have a serious talk.
And actually, in our thread, someone said that you look like a vampiric Black Widow.
I did do Black Widow for Halloween last year, and I'm totally like, yeah, I love that vibe. I love Scarlett Johansson. She's so hot, and the Black Widow character. I need to do some cosplay of it for sure. A little bit more. I did do pictures, and like I have this full-on black latex bodysuit, but I needed a little bit more oomph into the cosplay. I'm new to cosplay, so I need to like,
You should
respect.
Scarlet Witch, especially if you go to Salem.
Scarlet
You
Witch.
should do the Scarlet Witch. I tried to get my wife to do that because my wife has red hair. I was like, you got to do Scarlet Witch. There's not going to be a lot of other Scarlet Witches. She didn't want to do the Scarlet Witch. I was like, God damn it. And sure enough, there were no other fucking Scarlet Witches. Everybody else was dressed up like every other kind of witch you can imagine, hocus pocus, whatever. But there were no Scarlet Witches. And
Yeah, we should tap into that. I like the fact that there is none already. So
Jessica Rabbit, The Little
I'm
Mermaid.
very Jessica Rabbit. That's my alter ego for show.
That's like probably one of my first crushes. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Like
look
Jessica
how-
Rabbit.
Mine too. Yeah.
Did you see, you know how they post online like pictures of like celebrities, like they do like celebrity upskirt photos.
Yeah.
They have one of Jessica Rabbit. And I was like, what? Like someone took the time to find an image of her movie and you see her twat. And I'm like, is this Photoshop or is
is I use that in the strip club, and I use that on my OnlyFans. I say I'm a real life Jessica Rabbit, and it's like, dude, when guys like they take a moment to like reflect their naughty fantasy about
You gotta think it was like what
it's a vibe.
the 80s, 90s film I got, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, after all
Roger
these
Rabbit.
years, I'm gonna find out if the carpet matches the drapes. You know?
it's
Hell yeah.
funny because that's a movie that can never be remade.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Roger
Yeah.
was so iconic.
I loved how it was like human and interacting like the cartoon, but like the way that they did it wasn't cheesy. It was really like cool, but it's like we don't have movies like that
I
today.
want to see a
we have
porn. That would be a good porn parody, but in that exact
I
kind of
would love to like recreate that as a porn,
Oh my God.
but I'm not fucking a bunny. Like, we're gonna have to like figure that out.
You can just fuck a fur.
But I guess it's a cartoon, or I mean, they're both kind of cartoon.
like is
Well,
it is
you
it
think
like
about it?
is it like a green, like you know how they do green screen? Is it like a green screen like dildo that like you can like at that
Well,
point
it's-
green screen like kind of like a weird rabbit dick like type?
This is where we asked, how did we get here?
That's
That's the show.
You gotta think it would basically just be you laying down, pleasuring yourself, and have this cartoon rabbit like on top of you.
Well, I'm not now. Is it the rabbit or is it the villain that like had the weird eyes that like bulged out of
It was
Super Lloyd's
villain.
character or whatever?
it was
Like,
the
yeah.
villain, yeah.
Okay, we'll
And
do
it
that.
was like, remember the Acme like secret potion or like toxic potion that if they get in there, then they
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, I think you need to do like a reverse, like Dom thing.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna fucking put your fucking cartoon ass in here.
Do
Yeah.
like that. I have gotten requests for it, but I want to tap more into it. The giantess fetish. You guys seen that one?
I have not.
No.
Okay. Oh, so this is funny. And I didn't know this was like a real thing until like I watched a documentary on like, some content creators. But yeah. So, and I did get requests for it, but I've never done it. But it involves green screen. So
Okay.
basically it's the guys want their fantasy is, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they want to be shrunk. But then they want to like have green screen, like they're little itty bitty guys, and we're like trying to eat them. We're
Like the
sitting
boys.
on them with our butts, and they're so tiny and they're like running away. We're putting them in like our boob cracks and
I just
it's actually like
I found my new pet. That's my new kink now. I'm totally doing
I have to make sure that I get the editing right but I thought it's like really funny.
Matt just, it's a request. It's just like, I want to run into your pussy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like The Boys. Have you seen The Boys?
Oh wait, never mind. I'm thinking of
That's the fucked up superhero show that comes on Amazon Prime.
Oh no! Oh, I haven't actually seen that one.
Oh my God, you need to watch it because there's
it
this.
looks really interesting, actually. Yeah.
Watch The Boys. Highly recommended. Some of the most vulgar, disgusting things, and this is kind of a spoiler, but they have an Ant-Man character that shrinks down and goes into the hole of somebody's dick. I'm not going to reveal what all happened before, after.
I love all this like dick positivity-ness coming in mainstream, like, series, because let's give it up. It's not just Boogie Nights that's showing dicks now. Like, there's a lot more dick, especially in like Game of Thrones when.
Oh yeah.
Like when the little guy, I don't want to be politically, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but when the guy was like fucking the normal girl, and I was like, is that like a thing? Like they're showing this, like, but also I'm like, you know what? Like, give it up. Give it up.
You're like, are they showing this? I'm just like,
all dicks matter.
This is weird, and I like this. Like we talk about all the time on this show, is that when you watch a lot of porn, like regular porn just doesn't do it anymore. Like you fall deeper and deeper and deeper down to like the anglerfish level
series.
Yeah.
Did you watch Spartacus?
Spartacus
was on Stars.
I have not. Matt might have.
I mean, maybe you didn't watch it because
Spartacus.
I watched. Yeah, Spartacus.
For women, it was like they would be like, this was kind of Roman Empire. They would fight in the Colosseum, but like every week I was like, oh my God, I was like, some dicks are coming out. Like, this is
we're talking about Spartacus. I thought you were talking about Sporticus from
Spartacus, the series. Actually, there's a lot of sex in there. So it's not just dicks. There's also female areas, but like the way that they did it was so hot, and it was like, they're in the Roman Empire, so it's like dirty.
Yeah.
And like the goddess, like the king or queen, like the wife, she was like fucking the slaves.
Lucy Lawless.
It was just hot. I was like,
princess
Lucy Lawless. That's actually that was the hook, line, and sinker for me.
Still hot. She's still hot.
She
is still really hot.
You gotta watch that. She was like, she was
in the Evil Dead series, that new Ash versus Evil Dead. She was
still very.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all have that Xena, Xena fantasy.
Because growing up, I always had a crush on Xena.
Right.
God. Yeah. And also, spoiler, the first episode of You actually had a random dick that you didn't expect either.
What is that show about? It looks so interesting, but it's
my God, it is. You get hooked so quick.
Yeah, so I'll just not even really give you a synopsis, but there's a stalker, right? But towards the end, like throughout the season, you're like, oh God, like stalkers. I don't want to condone.
I've been stalked before, so I hate that type.
Towards the end, like you actually kind of like him. You'll agree with his weird.
I think what it is a lot with a lot of women is he's an attractive male.
Yeah,
and like everybody loves Penn Badgley, who plays Joe Goldberg in that show.
He's hot, yeah.
So, but also the way he is, like, he basically stalks you and like finds out everything about you and like makes it to where like he ends up with you, but he also can't control himself of having those urges for somebody else. So
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's a very good show. You can fall down a rabbit hole with it. It's
it pops up on my thing, so I need to
like it.
Definitely watch it. They're in season 4 now. Onyx, we're gonna go ahead and let you get ready to get out of here. We've been going for a while.
This was really fun, and let me know about this Rumble.
Yeah, I will. And would you be, once we conclude, would you be able to hang out for us for 1 second?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get ready, wrap up here on YouTube Live. Of course, we are going to be live tomorrow at Vagabond Sandwich Company for the local wrestling legends roundtable. We will be there at 1:00 p.m. Make sure you come out, check that out. And then we're going to be live right here on YouTube Live again next Friday. Our special guest is Nikki J. Borger. She's an actress. She's going to be joining us right here on the show. So that should be pretty fun. That's going to be 7:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube Live. So yeah, for everybody, let me just make sure. Let me check the thread real quick just to see if there's any more questions or anything like that. No, and real quick before we go, I meant to ask you, what is what does the tattoo say? That's
which one?
Yeah, like I've caught part of it right there.
one?
Yeah, like right there. Like I
Okay,
caught
so
part
this
of it.
one says, I think you freaky and I like you a lot. So if you know who D Antwoord is, they got a song called I Think You Freaky.
Okay.
Really good. But this one's like even better. So this one says, I love you, but I fucking hate you. And you know what? This is from a song, actually, Tyler, the creator, was in one of his songs, but it's so funny because when I'm in the strip club or if I just meet like random like guys, or even like I remember my doctor, he like looked at it and stuff. They're always like, oh, honey, who hurt you? And I'm like, you fucking idiot. I'm like, we all have this type of person. It's like that deep psychotic love that you just fucking love them, but you hate them.
Yeah.
But you love them so much.
Yes.
I haven't gotten it yet. Like
Yeah,
I have a lot of tattoos like all over the place, but I haven't gotten yet on my back. I'm having a whole back piece done. It's not finished yet, of Friday the 13th. Like Jason.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. So right now I have an image of him squeezing somebody's head and their eye is flying out of their skull, and him with an axe raised like that. So I still have like, I think 12 more sessions.
Yeah, man, backs are serious. I have a whole Banksy piece on mine, and that took, I had to do like 2 sessions. I had to do actually like 3 sessions because when I first did the color, we didn't do the outline. So then it's really hard for that color to stay in there.
Yeah.
But that'd be badass.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And I'm just waiting when I go to the pool or whatever, and someone sees that and goes, that's kind of odd. But hey, it's a passion. It's something I grew up with.
I love it. I love tattoos. Actually, this trip, I was like, man, like, should I get a tattoo while I'm out here?
You can get a tattoo of a man throwing a dick out of a car window. Just
yeah.
Just don't get it on your butt. That's all.
Yeah, just not on your butt.
If I get it on my butt, that's even better, because then when guys get lap dances,
he's throwing the dick towards your ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like, hold on, I don't know if I should be turned on by this.
It's like he's trying to play darts with a dick.
Yeah.
Anyways, what we're going to go ahead and wrap up here on YouTube Live. We're going to have Onyx hang out with us for 1 more minute just to do a couple of post-show things.
Thing.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
No problem. What we're going to go ahead and wrap up here on YouTube Live, and we will see everybody next week right here on the Happy Hour podcast. See you guys next week. All right.